Jumpity jump, jump. I like to jump, 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 jump.
Elune be with you.
What brings you here? May the stars guide
What brings you here?
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I did die in Westfall at level 14 on my hunter.
It was just a. It was actually a macro issue, macro error. Kind of explained it yesterday about 10 times, but just killing a couple mobs with my pet, me and my pet. One mob was dead. I went to send my pet against the second mob, and used a macro that I thought was going to send him to the closest mob.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
She didn't work. It sent it to a couple mobs that were further off, and I went to
You were screwed.
Went to loot the dead mob when I realized the pet was going the wrong direction. I sent him towards the mob I wanted to send him on, but by the time I'd done that, he'd kind of gotten close to the mobs, aggroed them, and they ended up rooting me. They rooted me in place with like a net, and then they killed my pet. They were beating me. I was just trying to reset at that point. Used a healing potion. Still thought I was probably okay. I was running away. I was like, I'll just run away. And then they netted me a second time. Once they netted me the second time, I couldn't get away.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ended up dying. So yeah, first time I died on hardcore in a long time. No, it's alright. It was just funny because I had a macro that I call pet attack near. I mean, the point of the macro is to tell my pet to attack the closest enemy. But in classic WoW, it doesn't work, right? Like, you go to macros in classic and you try to set up a macro that says, here, like I had like target. Actually, what I had was something like this, you know, target nearest enemy or something. Actually, I think I just said target enemy in the macro. I actually thought the macro was target nearest enemy. I had target enemy / pet attack, something like that. Anyways, it didn't work. The macro didn't do what I expected it to do. And to demonstrate, because people probably either don't think I know what I'm talking about, or maybe they don't believe me when I say that. But I tell you one thing on my YouTube channel, I won't lie to you guys. Like, whenever I say something, it's the truth. So just to let you guys know, I'm not the kind of person who makes, you know, conjures up excuses or anything stupid like that. So, but just to show you guys, here's a hunter, right? In vanilla World of Warcraft, this is a hunter on the server Chronos. And in vanilla WoW, I have a macro for my pet. And see, it's right here. It's on my T key. It's called Pet Attack Near. If I go to macros, and if I look at that macro, it says run target nearest enemy, run pet attack. See how we have a gore tusk here, right? If I target myself, target my player, when I go to hit my macro, so what's nice about this macro is you don't have to do anything. Once I just run near a mob and I hit the T key, and it will automatically attack, you know, target the nearest enemy and attack actually. So here it doesn't work because there's nothing to attack. Anyways. I'm not driving this music here. But anyways, that macro doesn't work in it doesn't work in vanilla WoW, so or in classic WoW. It doesn't work, so kind of screwed. What's up, Bimbe? How you doing? Trying to grind out to level 10 here so we can do our pet quest. Kind of sucks because not the best at grinding spots over here. I think I'm just going to go over to Starbreeze Village. Want breakfast? I'm gonna open the window up in here, man. I'll be right back. Fresh air in here. Final Fantasy 14 6.3 patch. Okay, I'm not familiar with the patch at all. I haven't played Final Fantasy 14 in forever, so. It's like leveling a paladin. It's just auto attack, auto attack. Lots of auto attacks.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
They're not giving me my give me my food buff, damn it. Yes. Macaroni, come on.
alas, the time has come.
Long have I awaited this moment.
Bear to me your lover's heart. Have you the strength to defy fate?
I, the Fury, shall test your strength of spirit.
My friends, 'tis good to see you again.
But enough.
Oh, there's those. I'm sorry, but I really don't like Final Fantasy's combat animations. They're just so over the top. Like with these animations, there's this looks nice. The snow, obviously.
To see you again.
But this, I don't like this. I don't like these combat animations. It doesn't feel like a fantasy game when I play games like this. I was like, this doesn't feel like fantasy. It's like, what is this? It's like fantasy mixed with freaking Battlestar Galactica, you know?
But enough about events here. What brings you to us? And with new company besides.
That's the bad.
The 13th. I thought you'd keep your escapades closer to home for a while.
Oh, I've been waiting so long. Don't disappoint.
How big must the gate be for their light to come through? Too weak. Help me. Someone. Please.
I don't find high fantasy boring. I don't see how the particle effects have anything to do with. I mean, I'm gonna argue with you a little bit on that one. I mean, I don't see how the particle effects of the spell animations have anything at all to do with making the game less boring. You know what I mean? I don't see how that has anything to do with whether a game is boring or not. It's just glitter. It's just glitter. But there is some sort of there's a Japanimation feel to that. You know, if you're going for that kind of like, it's not just the particle effects; it's the sound effects. You know, it's that the way they do the sound. But yeah, I'm just not a fan. I think that's why I struggle with Final Fantasy so much. Is just the sound effects they use, the particle effects. It doesn't feel like fantasy. You know, it doesn't feel like fantasy. It's basically the only way I can say it. You know. Like when I go and I hit a mob here, it's like sticking them. You know, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. I guess it's a cultural thing, yeah. Alright, now I gotta close the window. There is like a dead animal. I actually hope they're supposed to come to my apartment tomorrow, There's literally like a dead animal somewhere. Like it's either in the building roof above my office, or it's right outside the window. I don't know, but it's disgusting and it smells awful, and I feel like I'm gonna puke right now. And it's really kind of pissing me off. And they're supposed to come tomorrow to either go up into the roof or I don't know what, but it's ridiculous. You got to realize it's fucking apartment complex of the United States. Nothing gets resolved like instantly. Actually, my wife went to the complex office today when she got home from work and explained to them that that one of our toilets was clogged or something. That they came over and said they were going to fix it. They claimed to have fixed it, which they did. It worked for like an hour, and then it was clogged again. And then she told them that that there's She's like, I don't mean to be kind of pushy, but you know, I created a ticket like 2 days ago or 3 days ago saying that there's like literally like a dead animal, like in the roof or something. And so she went there, I was talking to them, and they were like, person, you know, and it's always funny when you do that, these apartment complexes, they act mortified, like, oh my God, like I can't believe we haven't come out, no one's come out there to look at that yet. I'm like, well, you're the office. You know, we created the support ticket. Anyways, it's literally, it's disgusting. I mean, it's like, it's gross. It's like I feel like something's burning my throat, you know what I mean? But anyways, I just lit my Lamborghini, right? I got a Lamborghini, which is if you go all the way back to the, I don't know how you spell it. Probably Lambo. I'm thinking French, right? I don't know how to spell it. Keep thinking I'm typing Lamborghini. Lamborghini, that's it, I think. This. Maybe it's just Lamborghini. They're calling it, it looks like it says Lamburger. But basically that's what it is. It's like, so it's it's pronounced Lamborghini, but it's Lamburger. Anyways, it's basically like, remember back in the 1800s? Like, remember, like, not the 1800s, but whenever it was, whenever the Black Plague was, you know, my history skills are shit. What is would have been, I mean, wow, back in the 1300s. So back in the 1300s in Europe, right? There were so many people that died of the Black Plague that there was this horrible, like, rotting decay smell. And actually, Lamborghinis were these lamps that were burnt that had oil in them that were actually meant to purify the air. I actually have one of those. So I just lit it right now. I have to let it burn for like 10 minutes, and it heats up this piece of stone, and then once that heats up, I can blow out the flame and put the lid on, and it'll actually purifies the air. So it just has a very strong smell, unfortunately, but it's better than smelling dead animal. I was a little hesitant to light it because if they come tomorrow to investigate this smell, I want them to be able to smell it. But it's gross, man. I feel like I'm getting nauseous, you know. Just grinding out XP, tried to get to level 10. It's so pathetic that I have to do this. I don't mind doing this. I don't mind doing this in some games where grinding is part of the game, but in WoW it's so much not part of the game, really. Can be, though. Oh, this guy might actually hit hard. Let's see. Yeah, this may not work. He's not hitting that hard. So the corporate
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
the corporate communications came out today on Vael stating that my company now is getting rid of the hybrid work schedule. That the hybrid work schedule has now been basically debunked. It's basically over. Everybody has to work in the office every day of the week. And so the day after that comes out, I'm working from home. It's just like, I told my boss, I said, man, I got these people coming over to basically looking for a dead animal in my apartment. I said, I need to be here. Let these guys in. And I don't trust them running around my apartment without me being here. That's one thing I hate about. I hate living in apartments, man. I wanted to buy a house last year, and I wasn't able to get a house, and I'm just so angry about that, you know? I wouldn't be dealing with all this crap if I had my own house. Yeah, well, there's just too many things here. I have too many valuables, you know, between all my guitar gear and there's too many things I have in my apartment that I don't, you know, want them getting into, you know what I mean? Computers, I've got incredibly valuable, like, gemstones, believe it or not, that are actually valued at, I have, like, some crystals that are probably valued at upwards of, like, almost $1,000 each, you know? I have a lot of valuables that I don't want them fucking with, you know what I mean? But all my guitars, you know, I have a ton of guitars and a ton of guitar gear that I don't want them fucking with. And I got my Dungeons and Dragons book signed by. No one better fuck with my Dungeons and Dragons book. Oh, dude, so I'm in the office signed bay. I'm in the office, and we were joking about coming up with like one day out of the week that we could work remote. Like my boss said that starting next week, what he's going to do is allow us to work from home one day, right? Even though the policy says we're supposed to be in the office every day. You know, him and his boss all came up with this thing saying, well, you know, well, I'm not saying that it's worth anything financially.
You can kiss your ass.
It holds more personal value, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about monetary value. I'm talking about personal value to me. You know, like, but we were sitting in the office, and they were talking about, my boss was like saying, yeah, pick a week, like, you know, pick a week that you guys want to work from home, like, but only one person can work from home on our team per day, right? Or the fiasco with the new lines. Yeah, I know they changed that. What was it, the D&D 1 or whatever, 1 D&D or whatever? Yeah. And the point is, yeah, like one person can be working from home on my team, you know, per day, right? My team's really small. You know, it's like 4 people on my team. So out of those 4 people, only one person can be working from home any day, right? So I joked with my boss. I said, well, I just happen to have some Dungeons & Dragons dice in my bag, right? Which I did. And I said, let's just roll dice. So there's 5 days out of the week, we'll just roll dice 6, and we get a 6, you know, we'll just see who works what day, you know what I mean? If you roll 1, you work on Monday. If you roll 2, you work on Tuesday, etc. Well, I was kind of telling that to me and my coworker were kind of, he was telling it to another coworker in the office who had walked up to us and was asking, hey, what are you guys doing? Because he saw us rolling this dice. And my coworker friend said, well, you know, Julian here, we were trying to figure out who was going to work, you know, have what day off during the week, and Julian just happened to have some Dungeons and Dragons dice in his bag. And so this other guy says, he says, oh, and you actually admitted it? He actually said it like you admitted it, as if it's like a bad thing. to have Dungeons and Dragons dice in your work bag? And I kind of laughed. And I just, just like, it just kind of pissed me off a little bit because I'm like, man, you only wish you were cool enough to have Dungeons and Dragons dice in your work bag. I'm like, what's in your work bag? You know what I mean? What's in your work bag, dude? Some fucking, like, biscuits or Triscuits for your lunch? Yeah. It was more for fun. I mean, we're not going to stick to that schedule. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to my boss about it today, and I said, look, I don't really give a shit what day I work from home. I mean, there's some days are better than others. Like, you work from home like a Monday, it's kind of nice because then you've got like, it feels like a 3-day weekend. You're home Saturday, you're home Sunday, you're home Monday. It's a little bit nicer. Or some people used to do back in the day is if you only have one day that you work from home, you like to do it on Wednesday. That way, you work from home on Saturday, you work from home, or you're home Saturday, you're home Sunday. You drive to the office Monday, drive to the office Tuesday, but then you're home Wednesday, and then you drive to the office Thursday, drive to the office Friday, but then you're home on Saturday. So, you know what I mean? Kind of breaks up the week. So. But I took offense to the guy that insinuated that having Dungeons and Dragons dice was a bad thing. Like, if I was like, this is what's funny, right? If I was at work, Einbay, and I met some girl, like some database administrator at the office, she happened to have Dungeons and Dragon dice in her like laptop bag or something, I'd think she was the coolest thing on the planet. Like, this girl's cool. I mean, like, oh man. Actually, before I met my wife, right, there was a database, there was a DBA in my company who was this cool little, like punky chick with short hair and tattoos. This is when tattoos were when it was cool to have tattoos. I think having tattoos now is just not cool. You know what I mean? I would never get a tattoo, right? I just think I don't. My personality is so rebellious in nature that I don't like to do anything that's considered like the norm or like what everybody else is doing. I rebel against the common denominator, right? So now because everybody has tattoos, it's like the last thing in the world I would ever want. Plus, tattoos just look like shit when you get old. But when I was younger and nobody had tattoos, right? Because I was born when dinosaurs roamed the earth. I was like, why is this Night Saber running over here? It's because he wanted to kill this rabbit. But way back when, like 20, 30 years ago, it was rare to see like girls with, or anybody with, that was young, that was, it was like 15 or 20 who had a tattoo. But now it seems like it's hard to find anybody who doesn't have one. That's probably why I like dislike min-maxing so much, Einbay, because it's min-maxing is like kind of almost like a way of it isn't, but it almost is a way of saying this is how you should play a character. Like we're gonna figure out the exact best way to play a character for the most optimum DPS. But then you're like writing it down on a piece of paper as if like this is the blueprint for how you should play. And I'm so rebellious, like my personality is so rebellious in nature that goes against everything I believe in, you know what I mean? To say that this is how you have to do it. That's why I was talking to my boss, right? And he was playing New World. And over our Christmas break, he got really sick. So he couldn't like do anything with his family because he was too sick. So he just sat in his office and played New World. And he said he really had fun playing New World until he got to max level. And I said, well, what happened? And he goes, well, I got to max level and the game changed. I go, what do you mean the game changed? He's like, well, everybody started talking about, you know, min-maxing, like saying you had to play this way, or you had to, you had to have this build, you had to have these weapon skills, you know. He basically was being told by the people he grouped with how to play his character. He's like, I didn't like that. And I go, man, you sound just like me. You know, he was being told by other people, this is what you need to do. You have to play your character this way. You have to use these weapons. And you have to spec your weapons this way. And he's like, I didn't like that. And I was like, I completely understand that. If I run up there, I'm just going to aggro the other guy. I don't really want to do that. So. I want to fight two casters. Yeah, but you say it's an art. I'm not really sure. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's an art. I rarely see tattoos that I consider good tattoos. You know what I mean? Yeah, I rarely see tattoos on people and say, wow, that looks good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's funny because throughout my life, there's been many times when I've wanted to get a tattoo. But what always kept me from getting a tattoo was I couldn't honestly feel like there was anything I could put on my skin that I knew, because I know my personality, right? I couldn't honestly feel there was anything that I would put on my skin that I wouldn't get sick, that I wouldn't get tired of. I wouldn't one day wake up and say, you know what, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to see this on my skin. You know, and that's why I never got one. You know, the only thing I got close to getting was...
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I've always liked dragons. You know, I'm a typical D&D kid. You know, growing up, I liked fantasy stuff. You know, and I like dragons. So you know, when I was younger, I was always like, oh, it'd be cool to get a dragon. And then I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna get a dragon tattoo. That's just, you know, so it's just so common. But the one tattoo I almost got many times was the Eye of Ra. I almost got this tattoo so many different times, just the Eye of Ra. I love Egyptian stuff. I mean, I'm a big fan of... I mean, just look at my cats. I've got Anubis, Amun-Ra, and Osiris. Those are my 3 cats. So it's obvious that I like Egyptian stuff, right? You knew what you wanted? What did you... I know you got a tattoo because you did the eyeballs. So what's your tattoo? I have no tattoos. My skin is beautiful. Actually, and it's funny, whenever I meet tattoo artists, and I've met quite a few, they're always like, oh man, you're like a blank canvas. You know what I mean? They get all excited because they see like my mother was blessed with really, really good skin, you know, and so because of that, because my mother has really good skin, so do I. I mean, my mom's 86 and she still has pretty nice looking skin for an 86-year-old. Oh, that's okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Actually, that's pretty cool. That would be kind of a neat tattoo. A little Space Invader alien. Yeah, the little blocky character. Here, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can not die.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I can not die first here. How did I? Need to go repair, but we're almost level 10. We're finally getting close to level 10. Ah! Dude, I don't... Oh, let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the Space Invader alien, exactly what he looks like. You know, like the structure of the... There, so it's like that. I was trying to come up with this. There you go. This is what I was thinking of, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like video games. I mean, obviously, like, honestly, you know a tattoo, another tattoo I thought about getting, Einbei? And you're gonna laugh at this one, but the one video game that will always go down in my life is my all-time favorite game, right? See if I can find it. Would be the Unreal Tournament logo. Like that. I've always thought about getting that tattoo on my arm. Yeah. But of course I didn't, because you know what I mean? But I mean, that's how much I loved Unreal Tournament. That was like my game. To this day, and even till the day I die, probably, I will always say that Unreal Tournament was my all-time favorite game. The other tattoo I thought about getting was... Was it Dice? I don't know. There was the Widowmaker. Like, I always thought Widowmaker's arm was cool, but it wasn't cool enough. Like, she's got a slogan, and these are really supposed to probably be like webs, but I really didn't think they looked enough like webs. But I really liked the what's the word? I really liked the randomness of the pattern, I guess. Other thing, if you look at I'm also a big fan of, let's see, it's hard to see in this image, but see how the sword here has all these like bizarre like etchings, like see the patterns of these etchings. I've always been a big fan of that style. All right, if you go back to you can come up with these like really kind of intricate designs, but they have to flow right. It's like this kind of weird patterns. It looks very alien. Like when you see like certain sci-fi movies, you see like these kind of alien etchings in metal. I've always liked that. It's hard. Like that's not like if you look at that image though. I wish we could get it. If we could get a good picture, I can't. That's the cover of a magazine though. Wish I could get a good picture of it. And I have this box set, by the way, which probably sells for $200 or $300 nowadays because it's out of print. But yeah. Yeah, but you see like these really interesting engravings in the metal. I've always liked these interesting patterns. You know what I mean? You gotta go? Oh, it's 1:12 a.m. But hey, we're almost level 10. Finally. So we can do the pet quests here in a minute. But in the end, I never got a tattoo because I just felt like there was never anything that I could put on my skin that I wouldn't one day look at and be bored with. And there it is. Level 10. Finally. So that took like a while, right? It took like an hour and 28 minutes to go from level 9 to level 10 just because I spent like half the level just grinding mobs. Which probably took like, really like, I've been streaming for an hour and 12 minutes. And that was literally just me grinding out like 70% of one level. You're still designing? You want to have some sleeve that will look like we'd give it? Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of tattoos because most of the tattoos people get look like shit, but if someone gets a tattoo that looks really good, I certainly will give them props, you know what I mean? I still can't believe I died on the other hunter. It was still a shock the way I died. And it was the macro. Like if my macro did what it was supposed to do, I wouldn't have died. I would never have died. But good thing is I found out something about classic WoW. I found out that target enemy and target nearest enemy really doesn't work in classic WoW the way you would want it to work. You know, basically you want your pet to attack the nearest mob, not to just cycle through. But anyways, let's go ahead and do the pet quests. It's funny, I think inventory's full shit. I think I always think of the hunters being like one of the easiest classes to level. Even though you're doing melee hunting, you still think of it as being like a class that you should be able to level easily without dying. But you can get so overconfident because you're like, oh, I've got a pet. How the hell am I going to die? Even if I have to be in there as a melee hunter and be in close, I still have a pet. So you get overconfident. It's very easy to get overconfident.
May the stars guide you.
Elune Adore. Good luck, friend.
So definitely feel like on the hunter, I tend to get a little bit overconfident because you're just thinking, oh, this is going to be so easy. Alright, I've got to go with, I'm going to demonetize this stream because I want to play some music that I want to hear. I think it's good, something I like. It's going to mean this is going to get... That's alright. YouTube had me accept some sort of new terms and agreements so that it could shove more like ads up people's butts and that I could get money for it. So I was kind of laughing, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be mean towards YouTube. I think YouTube is compared to like Twitch. There's a lot of things that YouTube gives you that's a lot better than what Twitch does.
Hello.
Well, I thought I needed. I guess not.
Guide you.
Guess I don't. Eggs do I have? I have a ton. 27
Greetings.
ink and eggs. Actually, no, let's buy that back. That
Till
for our
next week.
pets.
Greetings.
Ishnuala.
We still have, I think we do, right? Still have the hunter build up. Oh, I just screwed up, didn't I? I'm gonna have to respec that. Okay, I just screwed up. I hate it when I do that. I hate it when and I knew I had my builds up on another window. But I typically normally go, if I'm gonna go with like melee hunter, I typically go into the Beastmaster tree, but I actually was going with a different build. So I just screwed up and put the talent point in the wrong place. So no big deal. No big deal. We'll just have to respec probably. That kind of pisses me off though. That kind of pisses me off. But what would one of my leveling streams be without me respeccing about 100 times? I always end up respeccing at least 2 or 3 times on a character from 1 to 60, pretty much, almost always. But yeah, that kind of stinks. We don't really have to respec. I mean, basically, what I was going to go with is, I just wanted to rush into Savage Strike. So if we don't respec, it's just gonna take us to level 17. Which getting to level 17 is pretty fast leveling, so it's not a big deal. So we won't even bother respecting.
Greetings.
Not a big deal.
Good luck.
Every time you do the quest, you have to pull the taming rat out again because each one's unique. So then the other thing I do is I run and jump off here and dismiss my pet right before I jump. So dismiss now. Because every time you do dismiss them, they always attack you. And by jumping off the building and dismissing, the pet has to run around to try to catch me. And of course, I'm long gone by the time the pet does get around. See ya! Yeah, the same thing that's kind of annoying on the hunter is you can complete your quest at level 10, but you won't have all your pet abilities. You won't have, like, feed pet. Well, I think you'll get feed pet when you go talk to your trainer. But even after that, there's still, like men pet. Like, you don't even get men pet until, like, level 12. So you have to go 2 levels with a pet, which you can't even heal outside of, bandaging them. Which can be kind of annoying. Oh shit.
that's my love. She hides away like a ghost. Ooh, does she know that we think the same?
I had lit my Lamborghini, but I forgot to actually blow out the flame, so it's been burning for the past like 20 minutes, wasting the oil of my lamp. Oh wow. Happens like that.
Cold sheets. Oh, where's my love? I am searching high. I'm searching low in the night. Ooh, does she know that we think the same? Ooh, don't wanna cry, but I pray that way. Did she run away? Did she run away? I don't know. If she ran away, come back home. Just come home. I got a fear, oh, in my blood. She was carried up into the clouds high above. Ooh, if you play, I'll bleed the same. Ooh, if you're scared, I'm on my way. Did you run away? Did you run away? I don't need to know. But if you ran away, come back home. Just come home.
Here he comes. See him? So the reason I jump off the building there and dismiss the pet is simply because if I don't, every time you dismiss these pets, they will attack you. So it's just easier to jump off, dismiss. That way you don't get involved in a lengthy combat.
Heaven is a switch road that you wanna fight. She would even miss you if you told her side. Now a politician leaning to the right.
The other thing I want to show you is that when you do the pet quest for a night elf, for a hunter, it will direct you to go all the way over here for taming the Strigid Screecher. You don't have to do that. There's a Strigid Screecher right here, down below. And I actually found this out later. I don't know why I never figured it out, but it took me a long time to figure that out, even though I knew these owls were over here. I guess maybe I thought they were the wrong type. But I used to actually, when I go to Dolinar, I used to tame the spider here, then run all the way to where the Strigid Screecher was and tame like a Night Saber Stalker, then run all the way back to Dolinar, then run all the way back to here to tame a Strigid Screecher. Now, I don't do that. I run here, I get my spider, and then I run to here where I am now, get my Stalker, then I run back to Dolinar, then I run back here, and I grab my Screecher. It's much, much faster. So don't make the same mistake I made.
Gotta trust unless you wanna go off like that. Get off of my style. Leave a little window. Get off of my style.
just gonna kill this guy.
Ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. No one. No one. You labor, you labor, sugar. Not another day off, get off of my style. Leave a little window, get off of my style. You know you can do, get off of my style.
I'm listening. Denadris.
Throne Liberty versus Ashes of Creation. That is not a... That's a comparison that shouldn't be made.
This game is hiding a secret right in plain sight. At least that's what the internet believes when it comes to Throne and Liberty. Over on their Twitter page, they've got a little bit of information, the name of the land, Norkrevia. But also what's more interesting is the date they list for their birthday as of
Whoops.
This game is hiding a secret
Let me guess, they're thinking that February 16th is going to be the release date?
right in plain sight. At least that's what the internet believes when it comes to Throne and Liberty. Over on their Twitter page, they've got a little bit of information, the name of the land, Norkrevia. But also what's more interesting is the date they list for their birthday as of February 16th. Will we see new information drop here next month? I honestly think that is probably pointing to the facts. We'll have to see when they announce a public beta, and I don't think it's going to be much longer now with the targeted release of first half 2023. One can only guess. Let me know what your thoughts.
So he's saying that maybe that just means that maybe the beta might be February 16th, which is only a month away. I think that's probably a pretty good guess pretty good guess for Throne of Liberty. I think that the beta is coming very soon. The fact that they've already done internal betas with their team and show those betas to us, some of the footage of them playing the beta, means that obviously the game's in a playable state. And those internal betas were conducted months ago now, so I would imagine that the game is definitely gearing up for a closed beta test. And then I would imagine they would probably do, the way MMOs are nowadays, it's a lot different, especially the AAA companies. A company like NCSoft has done tons and tons of MMOs, so I don't think we'll see. It's not like we're going to see 3 closed betas, 2 open betas. You know what I mean? It's probably just going to be like a closed beta, maybe an open beta, and then that's it. Maybe there might be maybe 2 closed betas and open beta, but there aren't going to be too many.
I am honored. Farewell.
Okay, so we do now have Beast Mastery. We have Feed Pet, which we've got a macro, and we also are going to do another Feed Pet here. And we have Revive Pet. That's going to go here. This is going to go here, I guess. Not sure why these key bindings are jacked up. This kind of pisses me off, to be honest, but whatever. I don't know why they weren't saved for my last character. Makes me laugh. Okay. Revive Pet, Feed Pet, Tame Beast, Dismiss Pet, Call Pet.
Peace be with you. Go in peace.
Go in peace. Rather than in peace. Let's go pick up our pet that we want to use. We're not going to use the pet for very long because I always get my Coyote Pack Leader at level 12. We're going to pick up a pet just that we can use until We get to level 12, then we'll go to West 12 and pick up my pet that I use all the way to 60. Sitting on 26, so we're going to grab some food to feed the pet. The pet is going to be hungry. Tame this pet. Here's our girl, Dana. Get off the wall.
What brings you here?
And we're going to go ahead and grab, at this low level, we can just grab some of the tough Cherokee.
A shop fellow.
Basket full of fingers, so I don't need yours. A stirring bowl of eyes to fill unfixed glares. A hanger for the shedding, but it's cold outside. And here you've lain our bedding. Try to sleep tight.
Feel free. Peace.
Try to sleep tight. I'm hoping you're tripping over me in there. I'm watching you from under your arms. I'm hoping you're tripping over me there, there. It used to be hide and seek before we did them, but now I'm only found laying still in your position. In this place, on the shelf and pick I'm cleaning instead of on your pillow. A forgotten stage and I'm leaning. I'm leaning. I'm hoping you're tripping over me over there. I'm watching you from across the room. I'm hoping you're tripping over me under there. Oh, under there.
Ooh, level 9.
Under there, I wish you'd talk. Tell me if it's all my fault. In the dark, trying to fall just to make a noise at all. Unconsciously, while you sleeping, knowing something else is creeping. I'm wishing to be like the pictures. All my dreams are to be like we watching as I'm riding away. I'm hoping you're tripping over me somewhere. Sometime. I'm hoping you're tripping over me in there. 'Cause I'm slower to lose the lasting signs. And I hope you're tripping over me. I'm there. 'Cause I hear, 'cause I
Take all your chances while you can. Never know when they'll pass you by. Like the sun, the mathematician cannot solve. Like me, trying my hardest to explain. It's all about your crossing kisses. Those first steps that I can't calculate. I need some more love. You to take me over. Take me over. If I had the chance to start again, then you would be the one I'd come and find. like the poster of Berlin on my wall. Maybe there's a chance our walls might fall.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows. Hides the face, lies a snake.
Got two. We got two.
In my disgrace, boiling heat.
Now we're gonna turn Pet Growl off and try the full threat, but we already killed him, so it doesn't matter.
Beneath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again.
What brings you here?
Black Carl's son, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black Carl's son, won't you come? Won't you come?
Why is my pet still getting hit by fireballs? Turning pet Growl Off. Holding threat. Turning pet Growl On. Taunting.
Jumping up and down the floor. My hat is an animal, and once there was an animal. It had a son that mowed the lawn. The son was an okay guy. They had a pet dragonfly. The dragonfly ran away, but it came back with a story to say.
should have invited me. But they didn't.
How may I help? Be careful. Ishnu Allah.
I've done this. Nope. Got that moon. We're not to that moon yet.
Cold bones. Yeah, that's my love. She hides away like a ghost. Ooh, does she know that we bleed the same?
Oh, he killed my pet. You bastard!
Did she run away? Did she run away? I don't know. If she ran away, if she ran away, come back home. Just come home. I got a fear, oh, in my blood. She was carried up into the clouds high above. Ooh, if you play, I'll bleed the same. Ooh, if you're scared, I'm on my way. Did you run away? Did you run away? I don't need to know. just come home. You wanna fight, she would even miss you if you taught aside. Power politician leaning to the right. Levy's got a twist on that she wanna go off like that. Get off of my style. Leave a little window. Get off of my style. Now we wear some colored yellow uniforms. Sky is burning, but at least you know it won't. Go and run yourself a million miles, open up the color tunnel, then you go off like that. Get off of my style. Leave a little window. Get off of my style. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. You can never see yourself ringing all around it. No one. No one. Should get back. You lay back. You lay back. Should get back. Not another day off. Get off of my style. Leave a little window. Get off of my style. You know you can do. Get off of my style.
greetings. May the stars guide you. I am honored. Illuminate your path.
Oh man, okay, so I'm probably gonna head to bed here, I think now. I just wanted to get the character past the, I wanted to get her past her pet taming quest, and we did that. The hunter died at level 14 because of a ill-advised macro that I used. And now we've realized the mistake, the error of our ways. We deleted that macro, we're not gonna use that anymore. And now we've gotten back to level 11. Now the hunter was level 14, so we're only 3 levels away from that. So we'll easily surpass the previous hunter. Good.
I am honored.
Let's go ahead and get rid of our leather scraps from Longshank's stable.
What brings you here? Farewell.
All right, I think that's good, guys. I think I'm gonna head out and go to bed. We'll pick up the stream tomorrow, and we'll definitely fly past. At this point, we got our pets. So everything's so much easier. We'll fly past the previous hunter that died level 14. As soon as I hit level 12, I'll go to Westfall, pick up my Coyote Pack Leader pet, and then we'll probably hearth back to. I'm not sure. Actually, we'll probably do the East Vael logging camp quests. So we might fly through and just knock out all these quests here. I don't know if I'll probably skip most of these quests because they're too low level. I don't know, maybe we'll do them. As long as they're giving us experience. Hey, Lozano, thanks, man. Have a good night, man. Thanks for, I've been streaming a lot late at night, so I'm really tired when I'm streaming, so that's why I'm not talking a lot, so I hope you guys can forgive me for that. I'm a lot more exciting to watch when I stream, like on a Saturday, after I've had a good night's sleep. I just wanted to get this melee hunter back to where she was, and we'll hopefully get her up to level 60. I'm hoping so, because I actually really enjoy the melee hunter. And I think that it'll be really exciting once we get to the point where we can get to I think what could be an interesting build, which is, I think here is the final melee hunter build that we're going to have. So this would be like the leveling build. This is going to be the melee hunter leveling build at level 60, and I think it's going to be really cool. So we're going to rush Savage Strikes. Once we get Savage Strikes, then we're going to rush back over into the the Beast Mastery tree, and we're going to get down to basically Bestial Swiftness and Pathfinding, and then we're just going to jump right back. Actually, no, then we're going to jump back, I think, over here. We're going to pick up some abilities like Deterrence and like Clever Traps. I'm not sure if we're going to, I'm not sure. We may stay over here all the way to the end and then jump, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think once we get to here, I think we'll jump over back into Survival Tree. We'll probably grab Entrapment and some of these really good survival talents that give us a lot of survivability. A lot of it too is going to depend on at what level. Like at level 29, what traps do we have? We have to have a couple of good traps. Like I'm talking about Frost Trap and Freezing Trap. Specifically, if we have Frost Trap and Freeze Trap by level 29, then we'll be in good shape. Let's take a look. We can figure that out by going to our UI here. So we can see that we get Freezing Trap at level 20 right here. And then we can see that we get Frost Trap at level 28. So yeah, by level 29, we'll be able to jump back into the survival tree, start putting some talents, I think, into entrapment and clever traps, which I think is going to be really nice for pulling. It's going to make pulling more fun. So we can start maybe pulling multiple mobs at once and just using our traps to kite them a little bit, and then let my pet do some damage. Then I'll come in and start, hitting him up front. Obviously getting deterrence is going to increase our survivability by a ton, and of course trap mastery, which is going to be really nice. Increase the chance enemies to resist our traps by 10%. And then of course eventually we're going to want improved feint death. So I do think that going from this build here at level 29, I think we should spend the rest of our points. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. I think we should, after we get to here and get Bestial Swiftness and Pathfinding, I think we should jump back into the survival here and grab deterrence and clever traps. I just think it'll be useful. Like, so here you're looking at level 41. So I think it'll be good to, at level 41, to have this build. And then at level 41, once we've gone ahead, because if we're going to get improved Feign Death, which is going to increase our, again, this is increasing our survivability, our chance to not die as we level up. If we're going to go ahead and grab that, it makes sense to grab it as early as we can possibly get it. We could get it even earlier if we didn't put any points into this tree here, but I think it makes sense to definitely go ahead and grab Swiftness and Pathfinding. It's just going to make our movement faster and our leveling faster. And so at level 41, we'll have this build, and then once we get to 41, we'll jump back into this Mastery Tree, and we'll go ahead and fill out talents, which are basically just going to push our DPS of my pet up as we're leveling up all the way to 60. But I think this makes good sense. So we'll go to here, then we'll go to here, and we will go to here, basically, and then we will go to here. This is kind of the builds as we level up. I think it'll be cool. It'll be fun. Anyways, hope you guys have a good night, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.